Alright, let's see what we get.
Second attack in 6 months. This can't be just a coincidence.
We hardly know anything yet. What if it's a complete misunderstanding?
Misunderstanding. Yeah, I could see the hostage takers now. Don't take this the wrong way, but everybody up against them.
I'm just saying, the only reason people are at the plant tonight is because we've been forced to work so much overtime ever since the first attacks. My God, Mr. Jensen, I didn't think you'd... Wow. I guess you hear about the break-in. Did you need directions or something?
It hasn't been that long, Cindy. I may not look the same, but my memory's pretty intact.
Oh, I didn't mean... I mean, of course, your memory's fine, sir. It's just that, well, things have been switched around a lot ever since the...
Ever since the first attack?
Yes, sir. The lab floors were pretty much demolished. We're rebuilding them, but most of our researchers are working off-site now. Everyone else has been shuffled around, so if you need help finding someone...
You said everyone's been moved around?
Almost everyone. Who were you looking for?
I need to get to Seraph's office.
Oh, he and Mrs. Margulis are still in the penthouse. You can use the elevator at the left wing of the building to get there.
Has my office been moved?
No, sir. You still have that great view of the lobby. Mr. Pritchard wanted it, but Mrs. Margulis put a stop to that. Up 2 floors and make a right.
Thanks.
That's what I'm here for. Anything else, sir?
Where's the tech lab?
It's not really a lab, sir. It's more of an office with a lot of computer equipment shoved in it. Mr. Pritchard complains about it all the time. Go up the stairs behind me and take a right. You'll find it near the end of the hall.
I don't suppose we moved the helipad, did we?
I don't see how we could have moved it. Oh, you're teasing me. Very funny, Mr. Jensen. Go up the stairs to the 2nd floor, then around the cafeteria to the exit. I think I saw Farida heading there earlier.
I'll find my way.
If you say so. It's good to have you back, sir.
Okay. So, fruity or cheesy?
Jensen, good to have you back, man. I can't tell you how relieved we were to hear you were going to make it.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine how difficult it's been for you. You probably just want to forget.
No, I want revenge.
Jensen, isn't it a bit early to toss him back into the trenches?
I hear he's almost fully recovered.
His body accepted augmentations with remarkable ease, but that doesn't mean his mind did. We all know what happened when he was with SWAT.
The Mexican Town massacre wasn't his fault.
Then why was he kicked off the force? I'm just saying he's too much of a risk.
I wasn't kicked off, I left. They weren't good enough. It's a risk mouthing off.
Why is David keeping the SWAT team from going in right away? Doesn't he remember the last attack?
Really? You built an arch out of monitors. CRT Arch de Triomphe.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might seem. Oh, looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right.
I don't know.
You done here? Because Sarif is waiting for me at the helipad.
Can
I
pick
know.
you. That'll be
Radicals have
fun.
broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
If you got a problem with me, Pritchard, why don't you just say it and get it over with?
Why no, Jensen? I don't have a problem with you. If anything, I blame myself.
The mighty Pritchard blaming himself. That's gotta be a first.
I'm the one who told Sarif we needed a physical security team to protect us. If he'd read my report closely enough.
Wait a second. Are you saying it was your idea to hire me?
Not you, Jensen. I wanted Dynacore, Sharp Edge, or Bell Tower. All the top private security contractors were on my list, but Sarif wanted somebody in-house. And so did Dr. Reed.
I suggest you leave Megan out of this.
Why, Jensen? It's no secret how close the two of you were. And let's face it, you'd just been fired from SWAT for that massacre in Mexican town. No one was about to hire you.
You really have to stop getting your news from those Picus blogs, Francis. They only confuse you.
The point is, if Sarif had listened to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Megan, God love her, always did have Sarif's ear.
Sarif's here is going to be hearing a report about violence in the workplace if you keep this up. You really feel like continuing?
Point taken.
Where are you,
Oh
Adam?
man.
You don't have time to
I want
mess
to punch
around.
him.
Get to the helipad, or something seriously bad is gonna happen.
You're gonna get angry and turn green and punch yourself?
The security guy. Can you believe that? He should still be in hospital. As soon as I can. Bye.
Sorry, Mr. Jensen, I'm really busy.
Yeah, and you all just have generic name Seraph employee. Good to know that I'm the only one of the few that actually is, important enough to have an actual name.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been tough on everyone these past few months. Especially in the new temporary lab. People keep complaining to me, telling me they feel like they're locked in a quarantine room. I know the security protocols are
James Osterberg, please report to the Central Testing Center. James Osterberg to the Central Testing Center.
Been a while. See if I can get it right.
Denzel Mitchell, you have a call on line 1. Denzel, line 1.
Access granted.
Aww.
Andrew Van Wessel, please report to the Human Resources Office. Mika Pine, your car
3716.
Mika Pine, your car light is on.
Office 23 3716.
Denzel Mitchell, you have a call on line 1. Denzel, line 1.
Yes, it's me. A few more hours. Hopefully by then this will be cleared up. Well, I'm not gonna leave now. Don't wait up.
James Osterberg, please report to the Central Testing Center.
So now we need to go to 32 9642.
Attention tech users. Tech user, please report to conference room section. Conference.
Christ, Adam, while you were strolling around the offices, the situation got worse. Meet me in the chopper, I'll explain.
Okay, they didn't say it was timed. Let me go fix that.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you... 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Seraph wants you to go in first. Are you all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
I'm ready.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you up the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay, but just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open, high ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance, or up close?
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
At any point during the game, you can access the in-game menu. The inventory holds all the...
Whoops. I accidentally hit the keys. I was just trying to figure out where they were placed.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. The hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
Being stealthy hinges on sight and sound. Crouching down will assure you are making the least amount of noise possible. Line of sight is important, and by keeping behind cover, you'll stand a better chance that enemies won't detect you. Avoid jumping and sprinting, as it will certainly give away your position.
What the fuck is that?
not sure. Should we go through the ceiling or should we go through the front gate? I'm thinking the roof would be better.